Howdy folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country, and yes, I did bring my Stetson with me on my tour, basically, of the world. And so I have a gift request from Jackson Pearce. Jackson, thank you for this gift and request. Creed Fisher's Jesus, Haggard, and Jones. I don't know this song, but I'm looking forward to it. And I haven't done a Creed song in a little bit. I think it's probably been 6 months at least since I've done one of Creed's. But let's just get into this thing and see what we've got. I got to swap hats out. All right. Let's see what we've got here. It's the official video. Okay, hope it's not blocked. If it is, I'll just have to re-upload it with audio only. Anyhow, here we go.
Hanging out with my mama, I learned about Jesus. Hanging out with my dad, I met Haggard and Jones.
All right.
Hanging
Nice.
out in the backseat, that 68 Chevy. I learned about heartache and the ways of the world. Hanging out with Uncle Ronnie, I learned to roll up a fat one. Hanging out with Uncle Pooch, I learned to kick someone's ass. Hanging out with my grandpa, I learned about hard work. Get all that you need with the pride in your hands. And Jesus for the hard times, Haggard for the fighting side, George Jones when I feel like getting high. Bottle on a shelf with a bar whore in a hotel, bottle in my hands going dry.
I like the pace of
Hanging
this
out
song.
on a bar stool, I learned about drinking. Hanging out with the police, I learned I'm not Jesse James. Hanging out with Mark Jones, I learned he still can't get laid. Some things in this town ain't ever gonna change. Hanging out with old Hankins, learned he loves a T-bone. Hanging out with my ex-wife, she's a pain in the ass. Turns out in this life, that in the long run, the only thing you can count on, Jesus, Haggard, and Jones. Got Jesus for the hard times, Haggard for my fighting side, George Jones when I feel like getting high. Bottle on a shelf with a bar whore in a hotel, this bottle in my hands going dry.
That steel.
Got Jesus for the hard times, Haggard for my fighting side, George Jones when I feel like getting high.
It's an interesting
Bottle
depiction.
on a shelf with a bar whore in a hotel, this bottle in my hands going dry. Bottle on a shelf, bar whore in a hotel, this bottle in my hands going dry.
Yeah. I don't know what gets left on the cutting room floor when you get this idea for a song to put Jesus, Haggard, and Jones in the same song and make that the theme. And then as you're fleshing out the lyrics, this is one of these expansive songs. Then you're like, oh, let me include a few of my buddies in there. Let me include my uncle who taught me to fight. And these different people. Well, some people get left out. But even when you decide, you know what, it's going to be a cool thing if I honor this particular person in some way, how do you capture them? Because we all have certain reflections, you know. If you're the cool uncle, your niece or nephew would refer to you that way, or you're my crazy uncle, or this is my crazy brother, or my fun-loving, aunt, or whatever. But how do you depict these different people in the song to do them honor generally? I didn't pick up on the full part of the one dude who couldn't get laid. I don't know if he was throwing like a former classmate who he didn't like under the bus, but the idea, like, I listen to Jones when I want to get high. I'm like, okay, well, no show Jones, and he did that a lot. He drinking and all that kind of stuff. Haggard when he wants to fight, walking on the fighting side of me, that's patriotic. And Jesus for the hard times. It's like, well, and if you're into religion, if you're, Christian, Jesus could also be for the good times, but he chose that direction. But then all these other people in there, my one uncle taught what did one uncle did he teach him to drink? I don't know. He was at a bar somewhere, but one uncle taught him to kick someone's ass. Okay, that's the rough and tough uncle. Both my parents were only children, so I didn't have aunts and uncles. We had my parents' friends, some of my parents' friends we called, Uncle George, Aunt Clara, this kind of thing. But, so I hear this, I'm like, okay, everybody has their own experiences in life. But he brought it on back to, well, and his ex-wife is a pain in the, I learned hanging out with my ex-wife that she's a pain in the ass. It's like, I wonder if he forewarned her that this song was going to say that. Maybe she knew she was a pain in the ass. I don't know. Some people are honest about themselves. They just decide they're not going to change. And it's like, hey, tough, deal with it. It's like, all right, I dealt with it. We got divorced. Jackson, that was a good one. That was very Creed. So, uh, I'll rate this one creativity. I mean, I'm listening to the song. I'm like, man, fleshing this one out wasn't the easiest thing to do. I love the tempo. It could also be an up-tempo rowdy song. Like, all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. It could have been produced that way, and I wonder if they considered that. They probably did. But I did like the tempo of it, and of course, I love the steel, fiddle, all that came in. So the number that popped into my head on this was a 9.2. Really, I mean, the word admirable popped into my head. The way, I mean, this was lyrically, I don't want to say gutsy, but it was one that you had to put a lot of thought into. And it developed over time, because I'm sure when he was like 75% of the way through lyrically, he didn't know he was 75% of the way, but he's like, oh, you know what? I got to put this person in there because of this, or I got to take that one out because we'll get sued, or whatever. Oh, there you go. All right, folks. You can thank Jackson Pearce for that one. Have a great day. See you on, the uncle. Maybe he'd wear a Sopranos hat. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.
Hanging out with the police, I learned I'm not Jesse James. Hanging out with Mark Jones, I learned he still can't get laid. Some things in this town ain't ever gonna change.